There's one, folks. Hey, that's a pretty good fish right there. Hey, folks. Sean Money here, Money Outdoor Adventures. I'm glad that you're with me today. Got the Supreme 207 XP out. We're at Lake Taneycomo in Branson. Going to be here for a couple days. Going to be fishing, and just wanted to show you the boat and the motor. 35 horse jet prop, Merc. We're going to get her unhooked and get in the water and get to fishing. There's one, folks. On that old current. They're ripping this much water. It's they feel a lot bigger than they are. I'll show it to you here. Beautiful little Taneycomo rainbow. So we gotta go. Oops, there's another one. I didn't get the camera turned on in time for the strike. We are going to have to do something about that. That jig right there will have to be retied now. Take just a minute and show you how tied these. That was wrapped inside his mouth, so there's no doubt that that weakened it on his teeth. Let me show you how I tie these. This is a 3/32 trowel of White River Zig Jig. I don't know if any of you watch Richard Jean the Fishing Machine, but this is a little knot that I learned from his channel. You just run it through, you keep a long tag in, you do an overhand knot, you run your jig through 3 times, hook it right there, hold the tag in the main line, pull it down about like that, then pop it off that eyelet, and when you cinch it, you got a nice little loop knot there. Gives that jig a lot of action. All right, let's get out away from this shore a little bit and see if we can't. Back out here where we can catch another one. Too close as we were. Kind of an aggressive little pop that you do with these jigs. You want it down there close to the bottom or right on the bottom. And you just work that jig close to the bottom. I really like fishing jigs for trout. Listen, I have lots of places I love in the world. Trout streams are one of my favorite places. And it really doesn't matter whether it's a trout stream in the Rocky Mountains or if it's a tailwater here in the state of Missouri or Arkansas has great tailwaters. These are all part of the White River chain of lakes, and I guess one of the reasons I just love trout streams is they're all so beautiful, just pristine. They've been running all the generators today, but I think they've just dropped down to 2 of them. There's 4 generators on this particular, on Lake Taneycomo. It's of course coming out of Table Rock Dam, but been really cranking. I didn't get here till about 3 o'clock today, and I hadn't been on this body of water in a long time, and so I just wanted to take a little while when I got out here and familiarize myself with the water again. In fact, it's been a number of years since I've been on Taneycomo. And I've not been on the stretch that I've been on today at all. So, always a lot of boat traffic on this little lake. And you know, they call it a lake, but it's really a tailwater system. The reason it's a lake is because at the lower end, before down toward Bull Shoals, there is a dam, Powerhouse Dam, which was actually the first dam that was built in all of the White River chain. They stock somewhere near 600,000 trout in this tailwater annually. Hey, at the bottom got a bunch of moss on my, and that will not work because that will not catch a fish with moss on it. Yeah, they stock about 600,000 trout annually. There's Shepherd of the Hills hatchery right here at Branson, right below the dam, and that's where they raise the fry and stock them here in this tailwater. Fishing a Temple Fork Outfitter 7-foot panfish trout ultralight rod, a little 25 series Fluger Presidential. It's spooled up with 4-pound test fluorocarbon. That's the setup for these jigs. Now I will sometimes use 2-pound test mono. In fact, I've got some rods here, and if I drop down to, you know, 1/32 ounce or something like that, then I'll go to 3-pound test. There's one, folks. Hey, that's a pretty good fish right there. That's a good fish, folks. Good fish. Remember, I've just got 4-pound test line. He's taking that drag. I haven't got to look at him yet. I don't know what he is. He's strong, whatever he is. Folks, I'm not getting anywhere with this fish. Afraid to tighten up much on him. This 4-pound test, you know. Be real easy to lose a big fish. That's what I want to get him over here on this side of the boat, away from the bank. I think it's a brown, because he's just fighting too hard to be a rainbow. I think it's probably a brown trout. And he is wearing that dude out, hitting him. Get him away from that trolling motor. Oh yeah, it's a brown trout, pretty good one. He's not a monster, but he's a decent fish. On 4-pound test. All you can do is just fight him, you know, you can't horse him. Maybe he's getting tired. Maybe he's getting tired. I might get a look at him here now, folks. Let's get back here and get a next. There's no way we can land. Yeah, that's a nice fish. No way we can land him. Got a net. We got him. What a nice fish. Anxious to show him to you, folks. Okay, folks, I'm gonna show you. Show you the most beautiful fish in the world right here. Look at that right there. Look how beautiful that is. That. Woo, top strong. They're strong. Beautiful brown trout. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna go up there and see how long he is. I'm gonna put him back in the water for a minute though. We don't wanna wear him out. I'm gonna turn this around. We'll take him up here and see how long he is. Slightly over 20 inches. Slightly over 20 inches. Hey, let's put him back in the water. There he goes. Okay, folks, I just got back from Branson this evening. Of course, you just finished watching the first video, and caught a bunch of trout on the trip. Now, the first evening, I just caught 2 or 3 trout, but one of them was that really good brown trout. And I wanted to tell you about something that's really cool. I didn't realize till right before I left that where we were staying, Lily's Landing Resort and Marina, gives a little trophy if you catch a 20-inch or larger trout, brown or rainbow, and you release it back into the river. And here's what they give you. They give you a certificate that says Lily's Landing, Angling Achievement, catch and release, and then a little pin that says Lily's Landing, Catch and Release Taneycomo, and then a little patch, Lily's Landing Lifetime Achievement, Trophy Release, Lake Taneycomo, Branson, Missouri. I think that's really neat that they do that and promote the release of the bigger fish. Of course, we know that's how the fish gets to be even bigger, for them to be turned loose back into the river. Anyway, thank you for joining me for this first video. I've got 2 more yet to come. I'm Sean Money, and you're watching Money Outdoor Adventures. Until next time.